Hi, welcome to the channel Project Pros. Today we are sharpening our project management skill with crucial CAPM practice questions. So get your pens ready and let's start. First question: what framework and set of principles is used to deliver successful outcomes by improving and expediting how a product team develops and analyzes product requirements? Option 1 real option, option B future transactions, C capability framework, and D governance framework. So let's take a pause for 5 seconds and think your answer, and we'll be back. So the answer is future injections. How? Future injection is a framework specially designed to accelerate the product development lifecycle by streamlining how product team defines, analyze, and build product requirements. It's a method aimed at delivering successful outcomes faster. Okay, next question. The project team was you are working with is doing the work of obtaining formal stakeholders acceptance of the completed project and associated deliverables. Each deliverable is reviewed against the requirements to check that it has been completed satisfactorily. What is the process called? So first option is validating scope, second is engaging stakeholders, C controlling scope, and D accepting requirements. Let's take a pause for 5 seconds. So the correct answer is validating scope. How? Validating scope is a process where the customer or sponsor formal accepts the completed project deliverables. It involves reviewing the deliverables against the original requirement to ensure they are complete and satisfactory. Don't confuse this with control scope, which is about managing changes to the scope baseline. Okay. Next question. After defining the work cost estimate, what should the project manager establish to build up the budget? Option A, cost baseline. Option B, contingency reserve. Option C, project budget. And D, management reserve. Pause for 5 seconds. So the correct answer is contingency reserve. The contingency reserve is a buffer added to the cost estimates to account for known or unknown risks. So the cost estimate plus the contingency reserve makes the cost baseline. After this, the management reserve for unknown and unknown risk is added to the cost baseline to arrive at the total project budget. Got it? So the next question. When monitoring new work and changes, what's the common expectations in adaptive projects? Option A, work will involve and adopt. Option B, project will finish earlier. Option C, strict change request process. And D, changes will be actively managed. 5-second pause. Okay, so correct option is A, work will evolve and adapt. How? In adaptive and agile project, the initial scope is intentionally kept flexible to respond to change and new information. Therefore, a common expectation is that the work will evolve and adapt as the team receives continuous feedbacks and learn more. Next question. Which requirement document will you find the feature, function, and characterize of a product, service, or result that will meet the business and stakeholder requirements? Option A, business requirement. Option B, stakeholder requirements. Option C, solution requirement. And D, functional requirements. 5-second pause. So the correct answer is C, solution requirement. Solution requirement describes the feature, function, and characteristics of the product that will meet the higher level business and stakeholders' need. These are broken down into functional, what the project does, and non-functional, how well the project performs requirement. Question 6, easiest one. What type of question is a lead-in? Open-ended, context-free, closed-ended, contextual? Let's think about the answer. So the correct answer is context free. A lead in question is typically used at the start of an interview or group session. It's often context free, meaning it's a general, non threatening question designed to ease participants into the decision without requiring specific detailed project known knowledge right away. Next question. What is another name for an entity relationship diagram? ERD. A. Business data diagram. B. Data flow diagram. C. Context diagram. And D. Cardinality relationship. So the correct answer is business data diagram. How? An entity relationship diagram, ERD, is a visual representation of how different entity, that is data, people, concept in a system related to each other. It is often referred to a business data diagram because it maps out the critical data structure for a business solution. Okay, next question. Which structure serves an enabling role rather than a management or oversight function in organizations that use more adaptive delivery approaches? A. PMB, B. VDO, C. RAM, D. NPS. So the correct answer is VDO. How? VDO stands for Value Delivery Office. In organization using adaptive approach, that is agile approach, the video focuses on an enabling role, coaching team, fostering best practice, and helping the organization deliver value rather than traditional oversights and control function of a standard project management office, PMO. Next question. What aspect should the project manager look for to achieve a win-win outcome when negotiating with a project? A. Character, trust, and approach. B. Determination and willingness. C. Win lose or lose win perspectives. And D. Lose lose avoidance at all cost. So the answer is A. Character, trust, and approach. How? Successful long term win win negotiations are built on a foundation of trust between parties. So the character and approach demonstrated by the project management manager directly contributes to this foundation, which is essential for collaborating problem solutions and achieving mutual beneficial outcomes. Next question. It is important for a project manager to access the complexity of the communication requirement of the project by calculating the number of communication channels. If the project has 8 stakeholders, what is the total number of potential communication channel? So you have to calculate this. A options are A 16, B 36, C 28, and D 56. Okay, so answer is 28. Let's see how. You calculate the number of communication channels first using the formula n bracket n minus 1 divided by 2, where n is the number of stakeholders. So the stakeholder number we have is 8. So 8 into 8 minus 1 divided by 2, that is 8 into 7 divided by 2. 56 divided by 2, and the answer is 28. You got that. Next question. What is common source of complexity that result in dynamic interdependencies within and among project elements? A. Human behavior. B. Uncertainty and ambiguity. C. Technological innovations. And D. System behavior. So the correct answer is system behavior. How? System behavior is a common source of complexity that causes dynamic interdependencies. When project components interact in nonlinear or unpredictable way, it creates complexity, dynamic relationships, interdependencies that are difficult to predict and manage. Next question. A software company started an IT project with highly volatile requirement. Which team composition type should the project manager implement for this solution? A. visual team, B, distributed team, C, self-organizing team, D, subject matter report. Correct answer is self-organizing team. Project with highly volatile requirement benefits most from a self-organizing team. That is a core principle of adaptive or agile approach. This team have the autonomy to decide the way to do the work and quickly adapt to change requirement without needing constant external directions. Next question. During which type of stakeholder engagement does the project team consider power, impact, attitude, belief, and other factors? A. Identify and prioritize. B. Understand and analyze. C. Prioritize and engage. D. Analyze and prioritize. So the answer is understand and analyze. After initially identifying stakeholders, the understand and analyze step is where the project team performs detailed analysis using tools like power or interest grid or a model to assess the stakeholders' power, impact, attitude, belief, and other factors. This analysis informs the subsequent engagement strategies. Next question. During the planning stage of a project, you assign a member of your project team to be responsible for the distribution of information about the project. This responsibility is defined in a document called A. Project Management Plan, B. Communication Management Plan, C. Project Roles and Responsibility, and D. Staffing Management Plans. So the answer is B. Communication Management Plan. How? Communication Management Plan defines how, when, and by whom project information will be distributed. Assigning responsibilities for information distribution is a key component of this plan. And the last question. Oh, sorry, we have more. What should the project team establish to measure various quality dimensions within the project, such as performance, conformity, reliability, and reliance? A. Cost of conformance. B. Cost of non-conformance. C. Metrics and acceptance criteria. And D. Quality assurance team. So the correct answer is metrics and acceptance criteria. Metrics like defect rates or time to failure. And acceptance criteria, the standard deliverables must meet. Are these specific measurable items used to determine if the project quality dimensions, that is performance, reliability, etc., have been achieved? Next question. You are viewing the project schedule with your team. One of the schedule lists the activity identifier, activity description, and calendar units. The start and the end of each activity is depicted by a horizontal bar, which clearly shows the activity duration relative to the project schedule time frame. There is also a vertical line marked date. What is this graphical representation of schedule called? Option A, milestone schedule. Option B, sprint plan. Option C, release plan. And option D, summary schedule. Okay, so the correct answer is D, summary schedule, which is also known as Gantt chart. Gantt chart, sorry. How? The description of a graphical schedule with activities such as horizontal bar for duration and for the vertical bar data date line is classic defined in a Gantt chart. The summary schedule is the most likely listed option to be presented in this format, focusing on a key activity and milestone within a Gantt chart. Okay, so that's it for today. That's a wrap up on this quiz. Let me know how do you like that and score yourself, and let me know in the comments. Thank you.